IVM.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's fun fact of the day has to do with happiness. Did you know that people who volunteered at local NGOs or charities actually claimed to be happier than those that did not? In a study conducted in America, among 2,000 people over 5 years, they observed that people who volunteered for 5.8 hours a month described themselves as being very happy. Can you imagine that? Very happy? But how is this possible? How can volunteering make you more happy than sitting on the couch watching TV? Could it be because they were outside and more active, or it could be because they had a higher sense of well-being? Well, if you're still skeptical, have a listen to the rest of this podcast because it's going to blow your mind. Volunteers appear to live longer. They have a higher ability to handle stress, fight off disease, and even keep away depression. You can volunteer at a school or at an old age home, or you can help clean up the beach. Other studies have shown that when you help people, the mesolimbic system of the brain is activated, and this is where all the reward systems lie. Each time you donate willfully, the reward systems are flooded with chemicals that make you feel elated. This some scientists call the helper's high. Can you imagine that? Getting high on just helping others? And I get a lot of people writing into me over Instagram asking me about low self-esteem, and they don't know what to do about it. Well, volunteer work helps boost self-esteem dramatically. It makes you more social because you have to interact with each other. And isn't that amazing? If you feel your self-esteem is in the gutter, go join an NGO and start helping people. What happens is that over the course of working with people, you develop stronger bonds. You develop friendships that last for many years and even decades. And this is amazing if you're a person who feels lonely. Because I predict loneliness is going to be the next big killer of our times. And we are all more lonely than any generation before us. And this is because we have hyper-connectivity at our fingertips, but we need face-to-face interactions. And that's what volunteer work does. By now, you should be asking yourself, if there are so many benefits, is helping others a selfless act or is it a selfish act? Well, the truth is that you are just scratching the surface. How many of us feel like we lack a sense of purpose? We lack the ability to jump out of bed and with the feeling of taking over the world, attack the day. In a survey, 96% of the people said that volunteering gave them that sense of purpose. But I think one of the best reasons to help others is that it starts a cycle of paying it forward. People you help will want to help others. People being helped will spread the word, the message, and pass it on. Let me share how all this works in my life. In school, I used to be part of a lot of volunteer groups. But I have not volunteered as an adult, even though my mom runs one of the most respected NGOs, working in the world of empowering the underprivileged. It's called the Light of Life Trust, and I'm so proud of the work that they're doing. But I also find it very hard to just give away money as a donation. So none of these things make me happy or give me that sense of purpose. But what does give me that sense of feeling of volunteering is helping others change and transform their lives. And I do this via free workshops. I do this via spending 2 hours each day talking to people who need help and who are not just paying clients. For me, this podcast and my YouTube channel are both ways in which I give back to society. I earn nothing from them as of now, except the feelings of purpose and happiness. Each podcast takes about an hour and a half to organize, create, and then record 3 times a week, and that's a lot. But I know from the feedback all of y'all send me that it's helping and creating that difference you want in life. And this is what spurs me to wake up at 5 in the morning and work on these scripts. As your habit coach, I want you to benefit from all these things. I want you to realize that helping others is not just selfless. No, helping others is directly helping yourself. It is one of the best self-development tools out there. And I know, since you listen to this podcast, you are someone who wants to grow and become the best version of themselves. Helping others is one powerful way of doing that. Let's make helping others a habit. Let's make it a default pathway. So your simple habit for helping others starts by asking yourself every morning, who can I help today? It could be as simple as making a donation. It could be talking to a friend who's hurt or upset. It could be showing kindness to a stranger on the road. It could be paying for someone's coffee who's standing behind you. I want you to sit down and actively think about it. You might decide to join an NGO on the weekends. Or just start by asking people, how is the life going? And where is the struggle? And how can I help? So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME180. That's Awesome180.
Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, Don Bradman, and now Cyrus Brocha. Okay, probably not in the right company. I mean, Don Bradman is Australian. But it's called Cyrus Says, a wonderful show about everything. Find the show on the IVM Podcast app, ivmpodcast.com, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Look! Up in the internet! It's a meme! No! It's a cat video! No! It's the Geek Fruit Podcast!
That's right, we interrupt this riveting broadcast to tell you about our show, The Geek Fruit Podcast, where Tejas, Dinkar and I, Jishnu, talk about everything in pop culture, including DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Netflix, and everything in between.
You know how your friends hate it when you ramble about some nerdy crap and you just want somebody to listen to you? Well, sorry, there's nothing we can do about that, but come listen to us ramble and it'll almost be like the real thing. Kind of.
Listen to new episodes of the Geek Fruit Podcast every Monday and the Geek Fruit Bulletin every Thursday on iTunes, Google Podcasts, the IVM app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Happy listening, you nerds.